Let's get straight to it. I got diamonds in the face. No, they don't walk how we walk, they don't talk how we talk. We got millions.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in. So if you haven't seen it, we have rebranded. Welcome to Real Talk Real Estate. So hopefully I'm able to get some of the graphics done, everything that I've been working on. But I'm super excited because we're going to be having lots of different conversations where I'm going to be interviewing clients. I'm going to be interviewing, vendors, all like lenders and different things like that. I'll be interviewing other realtors. And like for me, it's just having authentic conversations about real estate. And so for me, I'm super excited because for me, it's going to be more of a podcast. I'm actually going to make it into a podcast on like Spotify and stuff. So I'm super excited for that. So if you don't want to watch, you can listen. So you can go look for that. It'll be Real Talk Real Estate. So yeah, super excited. But today we're talking about monthly trends. We're in June. It is hot. If you are here in Phoenix, it is hot. Like it's been 115 a couple times. And I'm like, man, this is the time I dread. But as you guys know, new format, so I'm just talking like a podcast. So I'm super excited. So let's talk about where we stand right now. So last month, we were just under 18,000 homes, and we're about the same. We're literally almost about the same. I think we're like 17, 16 homes away from where we were last month. So what the trends we've kind of seen right now, and I'll share some data from the Cromford report, which is something I pay for, which I'm looking at and seeing the trends in the market of what cities are going up and down right now. And so that's something I look at all the time. I look at it almost every week to where I'm kind of tracking what's going on. And what we're kind of seeing is the markets are coming back towards a balanced market. Now, we still don't have inventory because normal inventory is about 25,000. But for the most part, we're starting to see a more balanced market. We're starting to see markets going to a balanced market. I think like Peoria and Glendale are almost to a balanced market. Phoenix is almost to a balanced market. So it's one of those that we're able to negotiate right now. And so people always ask me, when's a good time to buy? You can't time the markets. Let's just remember that, okay? Can't time the markets. But it's one of those that when the market is slowing down and when, you're able to, have some of that stability in the market where it's not an advantage to buyer or seller, you're able to negotiate. You're able to do some things. And there are some markets in buyer's markets where you can get more. And I've had that with some clients where I've negotiated more, and it's been good for my clients at least. But it's one of those that, that's where it's paying attention to this data, what's going on. No, nothing's crashing and burning. I hear that all the time of like, well, it might. No, it's not crashing and burning. We're not losing 100K right now. Like that's just not what's happening. So for me, some people I see, there's been some realtors who are upset. They're like, stop telling people, prices are going down. Well, prices are going down in some areas. Some areas they're not. So like every area is different. Overall, have prices really dropped that much? No, they haven't. They haven't dropped that much. But there are some places where they're starting to drop, and where you'd expect, especially on the outskirts, like Buckeye, Queen Creek, Santan, stuff like that. Like that's the places that are going to get hit first. So that's where you would expect to see that. So I think the biggest thing, I'm just looking at some of my notes here. So looking at how many homes we have on the market, inflation right now is starting to come down still. I looked at CPI inflation this morning. We were at 3.5, and last month it was 3.4, to this month we're at 3.3. But the problem is that still means prices are going up 3.3%. We're not going down in prices, even though inflation is coming down. So I'm going to hold to this. I don't think we see any cuts this year in interest rates. Now, I think we'll probably end in the high sixes. Like right now, we're at 7%. So we're pretty much right around 7% with interest rates. And so it's one of those that if we're at 7%, I would guess maybe we'll be at 6.75 or something by the end of the year. But we're not going to see any rate cuts where we're going to come down because inflation hasn't been curbed. And honestly, it's going to take them longer than I think they say. The experts that keep saying that they know what they're doing, inflation needs to be curbed before they ever do that. So I wouldn't expect it till next year personally, but I could be wrong. We'll see. But that's just what I'm feeling right now in the market, because it's one of those that people I feel like are hesitant. Interest rates are still high. People are going to have to realize that interest rates are not going back to 3%. If we get into the fives, I think that's a win, but I don't see us going back to 3-4%, because it wouldn't be good because inflation would come back and we don't want that. So the market is steady. Nothing's crashing and burning, but at the same time, like you're able to negotiate, you're able to do stuff. And so I have some buyers right now, and that's what we're able to do. We're able to negotiate. We're able to buy down their interest rates. We're able to lower the price some. So it's one of those, it's all about where you are. And so that's kind of what's going on in the market here in Phoenix right now. So it's pretty stable, but we are starting to see it go a little bit more normalized, not as much of a seller's market. So that's a good trend for buyers at least. And listen, a balanced market, in my opinion, is good for everybody. I mean, it was always hard in the seller's market because sellers just wanted everything. So it's one of those that I am a fan of balanced markets. But if you guys have questions, if you're wondering about the market in a certain city or whatever it is, you want to talk about it, reach out to me. My information is below. Here to have a conversation, here to help you however I can. Guys, I'll catch you next time.